duties of a president is to make sure that he understands that whatever happens in Washington has a dramatic impact on states. And frankly, one of the things that's been very frustrating to those of us who work in state capitals, whether it's in the north, south, east, or west, is that many people in Washington have made major decisions and they have no idea how it's impacting the states. Many of you in Missouri have your own state budget more dramatically affected than you will ever know because somebody in Washington had a brilliant idea. Only problem was they had a press conference and patted themselves on the back, congratulated themselves for what a great thing they had done. They got the credit, they passed the bill on down to your state legislature and asked them to try to fix it. We have a 10th Amendment to the Constitution, but you'd never know it by the policies of Washington over the last several years.
That's right.
And time and time and time again, unfunded mandates come stomping down on top of us like two heavy boots with a big boy inside of them. And it's really been increasingly frustrating to try to balance state budgets when you have to do so, knowing that about every time you get it fixed, Washington has another great idea of how to ruin the whole relationship between the states and the federal government. There are many other issues that have gone completely unsolved. For example, today, many people are very frustrated that it's more difficult to get on an airplane in their own hometown than it is for an illegal to cross our international borders. The reason people are frustrated is because the federal government has completely failed to address that problem. It's almost as if they don't know or they don't care, making it pretty evident that putting somebody in the White House who's been in Washington a while probably doesn't make the most sense if we're really serious about fixing these problems and trying to solve some of the issues that people out here in the real world have to deal with every day. The fact is that if we don't have a secure border, it's not just an issue of employment and jobs, it's an issue of national security. And I think it's pretty revealing when you realize that all 19 of the September 11th hijackers, every one of them, came here on a legal visa. That means our government stamped their card when they came through. The problem was they never checked them once the visa expired. And those 19 people had 63 different pieces of fake ID that they had obtained in the meantime. Now, part of the problem is half of the people who are here illegally got here legally. They just stayed beyond their visas. And the federal government's answer to that is a shrug of the shoulders and a, gee, I don't know what to do. Well, it just occurs to me, with all of the resources of the federal government, if they can't figure out how to find the people that they themselves let in, it's a little bit scary.